The UK super factory produces 250,000 cherry tarts daily. Dough is cut by 627 spinning gears, drops onto the conveyor, into foil trays, and is pressed into patterns. Upstairs, a worker is mixing milk with flour, water, oil, sugar, and eggs. They add almond flour and 655 grams of flavoring, blending it for 60 seconds to create the delightful frangipane cream. Next is the high-temperature heating process, where vegetable cream in the dough releases oil to prevent sticking to the lining. Then, the machine pumps exactly 5 grams of raspberry juice into the dough, ensuring it doesn't spill over. Once the line receives the frangipane cream, the machine pumps exactly 9 grams of cream into the cherry tarts. This device is called the Franklin Conveyor System, designed by engineer Franklin 40 years ago. Cherry tarts are baked in a 38-meter-long oven, with 6,000 tarts at once. The temperature starts at 190 degrees, rises to 210 degrees, then drops back to 190 degrees. After 8 minutes and 24 seconds, the cherry tart surface turns golden and lightly crispy. Staff check the temperature and the tart's base to ensure it's evenly baked inside and out. On the 23-meter conveyor, the tart's temperature drops from 75 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius, helping it stay crispy without cracking. Afterward, the tarts are cooled for 6 minutes in a cooling machine. Before leaving the factory, the cherry tarts are coated with smooth sugar. 96 kilograms glucose syrup and 432 kilograms refined white sugar are boiled for 20 minutes to form a smooth syrup. After adding protein and condensed milk, the smooth sugar layer is completed in 30 minutes. Each cherry tart is pumped with 13 grams of smooth sugar, precisely measured. The cherry tarts are now nearly finished. The cherry is washed clean of syrup and sorted. Those not up to standard are turned into jam, while the good ones are sent to the production line. Workers arrange the cherries evenly and place them manually on the tarts, with the cross-section down. The cherry tart production process is now complete. The final step is packaging the product. The conveyor belt is over 70 meters long to transport the cherry tarts. The reason is to allow the smooth sugar layer to harden before packaging.
The cherry tarts are packaged in freshness bags, go through vacuum sealing, and packed into cartons for sale.
These white plastic-like things are actually a nutritious snack. Workers board specialized ships to catch deep-sea Peruvian giant squid with a dark red hue. Both sides of the ship are equipped with specialized pulleys, making it easy to haul giant squid weighing up to 50 kilograms on board. Once on board, the squid is immediately stored in ultra-low temperature freezing compartments. At the factory, workers first remove the sticky membrane from the squid's surface, then wash and cut it into small pieces. Next, the pieces are placed into a press to extract excess water. Finally, a slicing machine transforms the squid pieces into fine squid strands. After adding the pre-made seasoning, workers mix it well to ensure the seasoning soaks into the squid strands. After resting for a while, the seasoning fully absorbs into the squid. Finally, the squid strands are roasted in the oven to create a delicious snack, which is then packaged for everyone to enjoy. For sashimi lovers, here's how it's made. First, workers catch mature flounder from the pond and pour ice into baskets filled with fish. The ice quickly immobilizes the lively flounder. The conveyor belt washing device cleans the dirt on the surface of the flounder, while also draining the blood from the fish. Once the blood is removed, a machine on the other side secures each flounder in place. Only the rich, fatty fish meat is retained, and dropped into the cutting device. The machine slices the fish into 2 thin layers, and workers remove undesirable skin, keeping only the fresh, tender meat. In the final inspection room, workers remove remaining blood, skin, and any fish parts with a strong odor. High-quality fish meat is sorted, large pieces are packaged, and smaller ones sliced into sashimi. The sashimi slices are boxed with seasoning packets and labeled. Century eggs are a Chinese delicacy, but they're not favored by many foreigners. Even Bear Grylls had to bow out. Today, we'll explore how century eggs are made. Over 6,000 adult ducks are raised in a 20,000 milliquadrat space, well-fed and happy. Each night, the female ducks lay eggs in nesting boxes, and the next morning, workers collect the eggs. The production process of century eggs begins. The eggs are placed on a conveyor belt for inspection under alkaline light. The AI scanner analyzes each egg, removing those that are cracked or have uneven egg whites. Workers manually check the eggs again. Compared to the traditional ash coating method, modern factories use the static soaking method. The century eggs are soaked in an alkaline solution for 30 to 45 days. After soaking, the eggs are cleaned. Workers immerse the batch in a water tank, then move them to the automatic washing area. To check for any cracks or substandard eggs, century eggs will be discarded. After the inspection, the century eggs will be packaged and prepared for distribution. Do you like eating century eggs? Share this with friends who love enoki mushrooms. Workers mix corn cobs and sawdust in a specific ratio, then place them into bottles for growing enoki mushrooms. Workers place the bottles in a sterilization room for 6 to 7 hours at 100 degrees Celsius to eliminate bacteria. Once cooled, enoki mushroom cultivation begins. Workers inoculate enoki mushroom spores into bottles, then transfer them to a cultivation room with stable temperature and humidity. The mushrooms quickly grow into small clusters. Workers apply plastic wraps to the bottles to prevent the mushrooms from spreading. Then they wait for about 2 months to harvest. When the mushrooms reach about 20 centimeters, workers remove them from the bottles, trim the stems, and sort them by weight. The mushrooms are then placed on the conveyor and packaged, ready to leave the factory.